Ladies and gentlemen, we got another. This is just the battle that keeps on giving. Jawbreaker Juice. Hey, yo. Video. Love their animation style. Kendrick Lamar destroyed Drake. And you know we here to cover all of it. Let's get right to it.
You're short. He likes kids! He likes kids! Man, this whole Drake.
That's basically the gist of it.
He likes kids! He likes kids! Man, this whole Drake and Kendrick beef kind of came out of nowhere. If you weren't caught up, pretty much a few months ago, Kendrick Lamar came out of nowhere and threw shots at Drake and J. Cole in the song Like That. I didn't really know why, but from what I can gather, I think Kendrick Lamar is just annoyed at how they compared themselves to him.
Okay, so this guy doesn't know. There's a big history between Drake and Kendrick. I don't even want to re-go through this because I think this was a video right when the beef started cracking off. But there's a reason, and it's been covered a million times. So like Drake and Kendrick have had issues. It's been a hip hop cold war for a while. So.
I get it, because imagine if you're Kendrick, right? And Drake is over here saying, "Oh yeah, we the big three, we on top." We? Then Drake clapped back with a song, and I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even listen to it for real. Let me get this out the way real fast, okay? I don't listen to either of these artists anyway, and up until recently, I didn't even care about this beef. But I'm especially biased against Drake. I don't know, man. Something about...
I don't know. There's something. You don't listen to Drake or Kendrick, and you listen to Playboy Cardi? It's all right. That's a...
Drake, he reminds me of a golden retriever or something. I don't know, bro. And I think I just don't understand.
And he didn't listen to Push-Ups is crazy.
And how people say he's the best rapper. Like, I'm not saying he makes bad music. It's not even bad. It's just so basic sounding to me overall. Only album I can say he sort of took some risks was honestly Nevermind. And that's a dance album. And I also hate how people act like Drake is this evil overlord that controls the inner workings of the streets. I like some of the Drake songs. What the f does he know about the streets? This is a little boy from Canada who used to be an actor. We don't fear him. So yeah, I was ignoring this whole beef until recently. I was watching Berlizzi's podcast and they played Kendrick's diss, Euphoria. And I'm listening to the lyrics like, oh shoot, he did not just say that. I did not know the beef was this serious. This man Kendrick is on there talking about...
Watching a kid who clearly, I don't think he knows, it feels like he's still learning about hip hop in a way. Like I said, this is an older video, so hopefully he's learned a lot more since then. But like, it's crazy to me sometimes as somebody who was born and raised in hip hop, all I've ever known is hip hop, knows the inner outs. I'm a hip hop historian. I know the inner workings of it. I know everything. I know all the stories. I know all the lore. I know all of that. So I guess it's kind of different to see a take from somebody who is just clearly not that much of a tapped into hip hop. If you don't listen to Drake or, it's like, if you listen to Drake or Kendrick, right? There's a type thing where I go, what the fuck is you listen? And then you listen to Playboy Cardi? I was like, but I guess he's gonna have a more unique take. I just didn't even think these people existed. Like, maybe that's just my bias of how hip hop is in my life. It's like, I didn't even think there was niggas who were alive right now who didn't know what was going on. But
not know the beef was this serious. This man Kendrick is on there talking about, I hate the way that you talk, the way that you walk, I hate the way that you dress. And as you all know, I enjoy hatred and darkness. I need that. So after that, I started keeping tabs on the beef, right? And then Kendrick dropped again. And I'm like, okay, man, Drake, you gotta do something. And he did. And like I said, I was biased, but Drake was spitting, I ain't gonna lie. And then Kendrick dropped again. Again! Like he had another diss locked and loaded.
It is funny to watch this perspective of somebody who just was like, wait, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. This must have been crazy to not know any of the lore or backstory and it just cracked off to you like this. This must have been crazy for a nigga who was bumping just Playboy Cardi up to this point.
And dropped it a few minutes after Drake dropped, killing all the hype. I didn't even know Drake dropped because K-Dot's diss suppressed it. That's what I like to see. Kendrick playing it smart. This is how you conquer countries. And this was the darkest one yet. I'm listening to it and I could feel my spirit turning black. It legit felt like poison, like it wasn't even supposed to be in my system. With the other disses, I was getting hype and stuff, you know, it was like friendly roasting. But this one had me in the chair like, man, like, what this is going too far. The whole song just felt like anxiety. The beat mixed with the words was so eerie. Kendrick was on there like, you lie, You lie. You lie. And Kendrick started bringing up
is one of the darkest songs in hip hop history. I'm just gonna keep it real.
family members, bro, talking about unclaimed daughters. That's what I'm talking about. At this point, whoever drops more frequently is gonna win this beef. And I don't think Drake has the stamina to keep up. As I'm recording this, Kendrick dropped again like 2 hours ago. In the span of a few days, Drake only dropped one song. And
damn, this is before Heart Part 6. Wow, that's
Kendrick
crazy.
dropped 4. And I'm not even counting that dumb song Drake made with the AI, Tupac and Snoop Dogg. That was so lame, bruh. And you know what? I think that's why I hate Drake. He tries so hard to people please. Like, I bet he thought if he put the legends on the song, people are just gonna instantly be on his side. Like, oh, whoop, it's Tupac. You can't beat Tupac. Meanwhile, Tupac's watching all this in heaven like, that's why you bet, mother. Even on the other disc, he was like shouting out other rappers, and to me, it just sounded like he was trying desperately to get them on his side. See, that's that golden retriever shit. You wanna be my friend? You wanna be my friend? Please be my friend. Let's talk about the topics on each of these folks' diss track.
Calling it a golden retriever, that's the first time.
Man, I don't think Drake is equipped with enough ammunition for this fight. Drake is making short jokes. Kendrick is slinging predator accusations. If I was Drake, I would just start capping I'll just start making stuff up. I saw Kendrick eat a baby. That man is sick. I'm still not taking this beef as seriously because in the 90s, bro, Tupac and Biggie had the whole country against each other, East versus West.
Oh boy, this take aged awfully. And maybe he didn't, because nobody, I guess, I knew because I knew these are the biggest artists in the world. This shit low-key became the new East Coast, West Coast. It really did. I want to say on a level, this was bigger than the East Coast, West. It almost became like a Canada versus hip-hop. They were trying to make it that. It really just became hip-hop soul versus hip-hop's vanity. And it split it in half. And it's been split since. So this was worse than the West Coast. Nobody died. So let me not say it's worse. But it's like, no, it is pretty big.
That was a beef, bro. There was bloodshed. Now, I'm not saying I want to see bloodshed. I hope this opens Drake's eyes up. Notice how there's 0 celebrities publicly defending him. All I've seen from celebrities...
Iceman. Yep. He noticed it.
This was Kendrick support. Meanwhile, these same folks have been cool with Drake before. Antonio Brown was literally in Drake's music video, and he was on Twitter clowning him too. Even Apple Music favorite Kendrick Lamar, they highlighted the one part in the Not Like Us song where he was like, minor. How much money has Drake made for Apple Music? And they pick a side like that? Now look, if I was Drake, bro, I'd remove all my music from there. I'm not even lying. I made enough money. I don't need you.
He probably can contractually. He probably can.
This shows how fake the industry is, man. No loyalty at all. Drake is gonna realize how many people only liked him because he was popular. These industry people don't have souls, man. They only go with public opinion. The second it was cool to hate Drake, they all jumped on the trend. And low-key, bro, he deserves it because...
The only thing that I wasn't even mad at Drake. Like, if you listen to Heart Part 6, I didn't even hate the Heart Part 6. It was the suing. Because remember, this is pre-lawsuit. That to me is when I went, all right, now you're on the opposite side because you chose something against hip hop. So it's like now you're on the opposite side of the culture.
These past few albums, he's been trying so hard to portray this thug image, even though we all know he's not like that. Like, it's public knowledge. I feel like he's been really insecure about being known as the rapper that makes lovey-dovey songs. It feels like he has to overcompensate. So he started sneak dissing people for no reason to satisfy the same folks who were saying he was soft. And instead of going after people like Kendrick Lamar or any like people who could fight back, he went after people like Ice Spice. And then
don't forget Serena.
You compare yourself to Kendrick, who's actually from the hood and isn't faking a persona. What did you think was gonna happen? Kendrick went through actual struggles, and honestly, this whole beef is probably Drake's first real struggle. Like, this is the first time he's gonna really have to sweat. Imagine, you went from being loved by the whole world to getting clowned in a second. Drake, if you're watching this... He ain't watching this, but if you are, just give up, bro. This is a losing situation for you. I'm not even mad at J. Cole for dropping out on the beef and apologizing, bro. He ain't ready for all of this hatred. If you ask me, so far, Kendrick is winning. But y'all let me know in the comments, man.
Wow. That was a good breakdown. At first, I was like, damn, I was just surprised he didn't know. But actually getting the perspective of somebody who didn't have the lore and they still came out to the same end that I did, pretty crazy. So...